Hi everyone, it's Denise back with Keto with Denise, and today I want to take a quick look at the impact of too much sugar. You've seen or watched perhaps the videos that we have about insulin resistance, but I want to bring this close in your face so you can understand the impact to the body for too much sugar. Remember, too much sugar in the body creates a condition called insulin resistance. And that's where all the other chronic illnesses begin. By the time they are even identified, insulin resistance has been at work already. So let's take a look at it on the human body. My anatomy drawing is pretty cute, I think, but it's not funny because these are things that are going on, and this is not even the tip of the iceberg and the stuff that's going on in your body if you're dealing with insulin resistance. Let's just take it from the top down and work our way. Okay, so here are example of the brain fog. You may hear that term, brain fog, where you really can't concentrate or think. That's one of the issues. So is tiredness, low or no energy, just don't have anything, no get up and go. Well, the brain has gotten so much sugar. We've got some issues here, believe it or not. You get that sugar high and then the sugar low, but yet overall there's no energy. Tiredness, fatigue, that's all one of the signs of insulin resistance. Then we have the overall issue is addiction. The more sugar you eat, the more sugar you want. I know you guys have heard my story, how I've lost 100 pounds in less than 9 months by cutting out the carbs, reducing my carbs, going keto, intermittent fasting, and I broke that addiction. You can break this addiction to sugar too, but it's going to take some work. And what I mean by that is concentrating on your health and not trying to lose the weight. The weight will come off. So let's fix these issues, correct, eliminate, prevent, whatever we need to do. So let's go on and look at the eyes. There's an impact to the eyes from too much fluid. We have, you may have heard macular degeneration, edema, or fluid that's building up behind your eyes is causing all kinds of problems, cataracts, and all kinds of other issues, even with your eyesight, believe it or not. And people are thinking it's related to something else, but too much sugar on the body is going to affect your ability to see. Yes, and that's true. Even with the oncurrence of diabetes, that could also impact and cause nerve damage in the eyes and so on and so forth. So it just gets worse. It doesn't get better if you continue to eat a high carb, high sugar diet. So let's go forward. Then we have skin issues, acne. That's another sign. You've got too much sugar in the body and your skin is even trying to tell you there's a problem there. Let's see if you find yourself in any of these conditions or situations. Cavities, tooth decay. We heard that when we were kids, right? Too much candy, too much sugar can cause tooth decay and cavities. Well, you know what? It still continues even beyond being a kid, that could become a problem. And then of course, gum disease and all the deterioration that happens from there. So just remember, it does not get better, it gets worse. Let's go forward now in our really major organs like our lungs, lung issues, trouble breathing, just a lot of the issues that people are having just doing basic tasks, basic chores. Yes, there might be weight issues too, but the lungs are also having to pump through and having to work harder so that as a result, they're overworked and also impacted. All right, I'm going to go opposite sides. The heart issues, really major, clogged arteries. You know, it's prime for a heart attack. And when you start looking at clogged arteries, heart attacks, strokes happen in the brain, heart attacks from the heart. Those are things that are happening when you start to look at the deterioration of these major organs, such as your heart. And there are a number of other issues that go on with heart issues that get created because of too much sugar. And then we have liver issues. This is really important. Fatty liver at the top of your breast, right below your breastbone. You've got a lot of fat concentrated in that area. You can just look down at your body right now. And you know, you don't know without doing a test whether or not you have a fatty liver. But you can see if fat is accumulating, it's called visceral fat. If it's accumulating around these vital organs, you're carrying fat at the top, midsection of your belly and even lower belly, you are dealing with visceral fat around these critical organs. And that is a problem. Okay, so fatty liver can present itself, and then it deteriorates from there to cirrhosis of the liver. And depending on how bad that state is, now the liver is one of the most, let's just say, functional organs there is in terms of its ability to take a beating, so to speak, because it can regenerate as well. But after a fact of deterioration or too far towards deterioration could be a major issue. So liver issues can start developing where you see perhaps yellowing of the eyes and things like that, or ascites where there's fluid because the liver can't do what it needs to do and flushing out a lot of the fluid. It may build up around your stomach area, and that fluid is not good either because you're carrying it around these vital organs. So ascites is one of those issues that can also develop. And then, of course, with the kidneys, type 2 diabetes is rampant right now. We see a lot of folks are being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, or they're pre-diabetic. Some numbers are off the charts and through the roof because of too much sugar or insulin resistance that has caused this. And you can, and I will tell you right now, if you have type 2 diabetes, you can improve that condition. You can do something about it, and it can start in your diet. I think some of this you know, but doing keto and intermittent fasting, if people are coming off of medications, they're getting back into normal A1C levels, and you can do the same thing too. Increased appetite, the stomach is never satisfied. After you've eaten one meal, that you're ready to eat something else or snack on something else, those cravings, the more sugar you eat, the more sugar you want. So you're always hungry and never satisfied. Kidney stones is another issue. Too much uric acid buildup in the kidneys. The body unable to really process proteins and things like that start to develop kidney stones. And then we have the tingling in the hands and the feet, and that's not normal. If you're having that, that's a sign that something else is going on in the body. So when you're taking in too much sugar, of course, it can lead to type 2 diabetes. These are symptoms where your body is trying to alert you that is having some problems with blood flow. It's having some problems, perhaps even some slight nerve damage. But these are things that you can also begin to correct and take note of. So if you're having those issues today, it's time to take a look at your diet. It's time to take a look at how much sugar you're really taking in. And there could be other factors behind the scenes. I'm not saying these are cut and dry issues, but these are common issues that happen when there is too much sugar in the body. And then, as we mentioned, when you start to look at the sensation in your feet, when you start to lose that, that's nerve, that's something going on in or with your nerves. So when you look at this picture, you see that there's so many parts of the body that's affected, but here's a bigger issue as part of all of these issues, right? You think, can it get any worse? It certainly can, because as you take on more sugar, this is what's happening to your body. It's the weight gain, overweight. You start to see the fat storage around your body, the big belly, even in the arms. The fat is going to be stored wherever it can, and even in the neck. So in essence, you start to widen. And that's a problem when you start to see it. And what happens then, your joints are taking the issue. Your knees are affected. And the cartilage begins to deteriorate even in your knees, and you have problems walking. You start to feel this in the areas of your joints and your bones. So when you start dealing with excess weight that comes as a result of too much sugar, it starts to affect everything, even these things that we just looked at. So the real answer, as I have shared in other videos, is to lower the carbs. And this is what we say, 20 to 50 grams of carbs. This is your keto or healthy keto, as we talk about, that can help you deal with this issue, which is insulin resistance. Okay, watch the other videos that'll explain that a little bit more, but take a look at this and see if you're dealing with any of these issues that I've described, and let's start looking at a plan to correct it. Thank you for watching. Hi, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And by the way, click the bell too, so that you'll be notified when there's new content like this. Thank you again for watching.